Hello there and welcome back to the Mountain Morning Show. You're watching Park City Television. I am so pleased to have with me in studio Brian Waltrip. He is the general manager of Westgate Park City Resort and Spa, and we're going to be talking about the Mission to Feed 100 initiative. Welcome back to the show, Brian. How are you this morning?
I'm doing well. How about yourself?
Good. I'm doing so well. And we were just chatting about Halloween and that you dressed up. It seems as a Ninja Turtle. Is that right?
Yes, with my son.
I had to do a shout out for that because I love it when parents do that kind of thing. But we're already all over to Thanksgiving. Yes. Full throttle going at it and wanting to really get the word out about what you guys are doing. This has been going on, is this the fourth year?
Correct.
The fourth year of assisting families in this community. How did this initiative start to give families a Thanksgiving dinner?
So I think initially my team and I, we always have a Thanksgiving meal for those who don't have family in the area at the end of our work day for Thanksgiving. And we all came together and we had this idea of how could we basically help people to want to have the same experience. How can we help assist people do that? And the thought process was, let's go ahead and make Thanksgiving meals and deliver it to those families in need. And we've been very fortunate from initially the Christian Center in the last 2 years, Park City School District, to be able to have families that really weren't able to provide that experience for their families and be able to have these Thanksgiving meals. So yeah, our chefs essentially took on the role with our management team to go ahead and take on this initiative.
So you guys have partnered with the Christian Center. Now you're really looking to expand who you're working with, other resorts, right?
Absolutely. So last year, a group of us, we went to deliver these Thanksgiving meals to families, and we went into an apartment complex, and I'll never forget when we walked in, it was a family of 6, 2 parents and 4 children in a 1-bedroom apartment. And they didn't have any furniture, and there was beds laying everywhere for the kids. And when we dropped off the meals, there was this little boy, and he said, "Why are you doing this for us?" And it was like kind of very inquisitive. And we said, "Well, we just wanted to drop these off." He said, "But do you know my mommy?" I'm like, "No, we don't know your mommy." He's like, "But why would you do this then?" And he was so confused why complete strangers would go out of their way to do something so nice. And I think when we walked out of that, I said, why are we just doing this ourselves? We have such a great community. We have a community that supports each other. Why not make this bigger? So I said, next year we're going to do 100 families. And everyone, and my team kind of looked at me and said, does that mean we're cooking for 100? I'm like, well, obviously we're not able to support that, but let's reach out to the other properties. And our goal for next year is going to be to feed 100 families that are going to have this exact Thanksgiving experience.
Wow. So those other resorts that want to get involved in this, how does that happen, and what's kind of the obligation if they want to support this movement?
So initially, I was just emailing other property GMs, and it was just unbelievable to see the response. Without hesitation, just resorts and restaurants responding, absolutely yes, we'd love to be part of this. But we'd love more support. And so if so, we'd love them to call the resort, ask for myself, Brian, and I'd be more than glad to walk them through. The participation is to up to 10 meals, and that is to cook everything from turkey, stuffing, mashed potatoes, gravy, some sides, whatever they deem necessary. And then we deliver them on Thanksgiving Day. If that resort or that restaurant can deliver themselves, fantastic. If not, we have people that are willing to do that for Thanksgiving.
And that's what's so great about this is I think the level of involvement that the employees or those that are, with Westgate, for example, to get involved. I mean, from the cooking, the packaging, the delivering, the being part of the process, people can really kind of pick and choose how involved they want to be, which is really great.
Yeah, absolutely, and I think in this community, especially for us, we every day we serve people, and to me, I always tell my team, there's nothing better than to serve others because you get to see that excitement and happiness. But this is just that extra step further because rather than someone paying for that service, it's complete strangers delivering them an experience that they otherwise wouldn't be able to provide for their family. And that to me is that's why we all join this business. That's the humanity side of what we do. And again, it's just great to see the level of support we have from the other properties.
And I love that you bring that up, why you joined that industry. It is hospitality, and you really are taking that to the forefront, and I think serving the community. And it is families within Summit County for the most part, right?
Correct.
And the way you get in touch with them, you mentioned you work with the school district to find out who's in need. How does that actually work?
So we work with 2 organizations right now. The Park City School District, I think they've done a great job to identify the different kids and their families who need the support and reach out to them and ask if this is something they want to be a part of. And then the second organization is Wasatch Adaptive Sports. They support a lot of adaptive athletes, and for those who maybe financially or even physically aren't able to create a Thanksgiving meal, we have an opportunity to help support them as well. And it's just been remarkable. I think in Park City we have this mindset that everyone in Park City has money. But it's actually, it's actually a fallacy, and what we're trying to do is for those people who may have been overlooked, have that opportunity for Thanksgiving to deliver them this Thanksgiving meal. And like I said, I think we're really close to that 100 mark, and hopefully we're going to well exceed that.
Wow. Well, before I let you go, share with us one more experience or really your thoughts about getting involved in something like this and why you think other companies should do so.
I mean, at the end of the day, obviously all of us exist because we return a profit. Otherwise, the business wouldn't be there. But I think what makes it so special in the hospitality industry, why we all should be doing what we're doing, is creating those memories. At the end of the day, when we wake up in the morning and we go to work, we have to go for a purpose. And for our purpose, it is leaving someone with a memory that's special, whether it's for a minute, an hour, a day, or even a lifetime where they remember that experience they had. And I think for us, we can do that experience with nothing in return. It's really just our way to making those changes in our community. Just that one act of kindness to someone who's a complete stranger to us. And I think if all of us engaged in that same process, our community, our world would just be that much better.
And we can find out more by getting in touch with you, calling in, or going online, right?
Correct. So you can call the resort. You can actually call direct to us at 435-655-2261. Ask for myself. I mean, I'm very involved in this, and right now we actually have everyone from Hyatt, Vail, Waldorf, Montage, Stein, St. Regis, Hotel Park City, Grub Steakhouse, and Sheraton Salt Lake.
That is quite the team.
So we have,
we have
an unbelievable team that's already supporting this venture, and we're hoping this is going to happen annually. So anyone else who wants to be part of this, we would love the support.
Great. Brian, thank you so much. A pleasure to have you here. Brian Waltrip with Westgate, the general manager over there. Get involved in the community in some way. This might be the answer for you. We'll be right back after this commercial break. It's about 52 minutes after the hour. More happening here on Park City Television.